So I'd like to welcome everybody to the first of our fall semester series of Teaching with Technology webinars. My name is Sam Eneman in the Center for Teaching and Learning, and I will be your host and presenter today. So one thing I would like to ask is, if you haven't already, if you would go ahead and mute your microphones when you're not speaking, that would be good. So just a few housekeeping items. So if you have any sound problems, just look for the audio button or the audio link in your menu and run a sound check. If you need to leave the session temporarily, in the icon menu, the emoticon menu, look for the coffee cup to let us know you've stepped out temporarily. And if you have any other kind of technical issues, please call WebEx support. That number is 866-229-3239. And again, just, a few guidelines. If you have any questions as we go along, just raise your hand and you can ask the question using your microphone. If you'd rather, you can always type in any comments and questions in the chat. I'll be monitoring that. And we are recording this session, and I will send you a link to the recording next week. So before we go any farther, could I get everybody in the text chat to just tell us what departments you're in and where you're logging on from today? So whether it's Starbucks or wherever. Go ahead and do that so we can see who everybody is. Oh, I so wish I could be at home right now too. Okay, great. Thank you for that. A little mixture of people on campus and off. Oops. So here we are. So my topic today is, are students really watching my videos? It's a topic near and dear to my heart, and I'm guessing it is to yours too. So just to look at the big picture here, so we know it's no surprise, video is all around us. I think that maybe 5 years ago, if we talked about video, we might be talking mostly about, say, YouTube or other video hosting sites, but that has certainly radically changed. I know it's changed a lot in my home as well, where we have a lot of streaming options now too. And of course, as more video has shown up, we're seeing it more and more in learning as well. So how many of you use video in your classes? Could you just indicate by giving a check mark, let's say? Okay, so a lot of people. So EDUCAUSE did a study of undergraduate students in information technology back in 2015. And they found that almost half of college students are using video in their classes. So I guess that's really no big surprise. But let's take a look, dig down a little bit deeper. So let me ask you this before I ask you that question. So on how many videos, if you use video in your courses, how many videos are you using in your course? Just if you type that number into chat. How many videos do you use in a course?
Menu. 2. Leading menus. Withdraw. Cisco.
Okay, wow. Okay, so we have some big numbers here. Some people as many as 40 or 50, a dozen, fewer. Of course, there's no right answer. So Canvas did a study, and they looked at, on all Canvas courses I believe it was last year, and they found that, that the average Canvas course used 11.3 videos. So I'll just put that down in chat, 11.3 videos. I guess I should do it more like this. 11.3 videos is what they came up with. So many of you are kind of right in the ballpark there. So when it comes to video, we need to grab students' attention quickly. So this was a study that was done in 2015, 2016 too. I can give you the link to it. The National Center, the sources of this were the National Center for Biotechnology Information, the U.S. National Library of Medicine, and the Associated Press. In terms of attention span, in 2015, saw that it was 8 seconds, which sounds incredibly fast, you know, just to remind us that we do need to get our students' attention quickly. But the interesting thing about that was that in 2000, it was 12 seconds. So our viewers' attention span is getting shorter. So that just can inform us a lot on when we're creating our videos on how we need to get to the subject, the meat, as quickly as we can. So we're going to look now at video here at UNC Charlotte. And so what I want to do is show you how you can find some viewing statistics for the videos in your course. So Canvas nicely does offer some viewing analytics. And of course, these are a good clue as to maybe coming up with the best length for your video. So I just went in and I just randomly picked from different video lengths. So so you can find this in My Media in your course, and I'll have you do this in just a few minutes to look at the statistics for some of your videos. So this is a video that was 72 minutes. As you can see, the professor is standing here at the front of the class, so this was what would be considered probably a standard lecture capture video. But what I want to point out is what Canvas calls the video drop-off. So what that figure means, expressed as a percent, is that's how much of the total video the students watched before they stopped watching, right? And so in this case, that translates into an average viewing time for the 72-minute video of less than 22 minutes, 21 minutes and 47 seconds. So let's take a look at another video. This one will be a little bit shorter. So this one was a 15-minute video. So what do you notice about this one in terms of the drop-off compared to the longer video? Anybody? You can speak or you can type something into chat to respond. Okay, right. So we do see right here the drop-off is not quite as bad. So these students watched a little bit more than half of a 15-minute video. I'm going to show you one more example. So this is a 6-minute video, and luckily our students now are watching almost all of it. So what are some takeaways you might get from just this quick view looking at these viewing statistics? how might these help you when you're recording your own videos? Right, I see Jeanette says short videos. Alicia, be short and to the point. Jules had said earlier, less drop off as the video gets shorter. I know, when I first saw that, um, uh, it sounded a little bit, I don't know, maybe counterintuitive to me at first. But then the more I thought about it, the more I saw some actual statistics, yeah, I could see that. Jules also recommends short chunked bites of info are best when using videos. Excellent, excellent. So please remember these. So now what I want to do is I want to show you where you can find, how you can find these analytics in your Canvas courses. So let me do that, get that set up here. So can you please give me a check mark when you can see, sorry, I want to be here, when you can see my Canvas course. Or let me know when you can see my Canvas course. Can everyone see my Canvas course?
I can see your Canvas course, Sam, but the menu for me to be able to check mark and raise my hand, that menu's gone away.
Okay, so what you need to do in that case is near the top of the window, you should see a little, maybe a green bar that says something like viewing Sam's application.
Yes.
And if you just push your cursor all the way up there, a little drop-down menu will pop up, and then you can actually click on participants in the chat and pop those windows out. Does that make sense?
Oh, let's see. I've got manage panels with, let me see. Participants. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I've got it back. I've
Yeah,
got it back.
so if you just click
it went
on
away for a moment.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. I mean, yeah, we have to go find it. I wish they
There we
made
go.
that a lot easier. Okay, so to find these statistics, of course, you need to go to My Media in your course.
Okay.
And then to find the statistics for any particular item, just click on the link there, the thumbnail of the video. And then in the Actions menu, drop down, just select Analytics. Now, because I don't really teach, and my videos are usually just demonstration videos, you're not going to see any actual statistics in mine. But what I'd like you to do now is open up another browser or another tab in your browser and go to take a look at the analytics for one of your videos in Canvas, okay? So I'll let you do that. And then while you're doing that, I will just show you that when you're looking at the analytics, you do have the option to change how far back to go for those analytics. It's kind of right in the left. Can you see it? There's a drop-down menu, so you have last 7 days. It defaults to the last 30 days. But if you wanted to see like a whole semester's worth of viewing statistics for a video, you can go to last 120, or you can look at the last year's worth of viewing statistics for any of your videos. So, and you can also set up a custom length. So what I'd like to do is if you could maybe tell us what you're seeing about your videos. So has anyone been able to open up your My Media and find the analytics for one of your videos? Oh, okay, we got something here. So Richard had some general metrics of 40 visits. Yeah, it's interesting sometimes. The number of visits and the number of plays are not exactly the same. Usually, the number of plays that I see are less than the number of visits. So that kind of tells me students are going to where the video is, but they're not always playing it. So there's interesting. So yeah, so Richard was showing us all here. 40 visits, 32 plays, a 55% drop-off rate. How long was that video, Richard? So it was about 16 minutes or so, 17 minutes?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's not showing me at the top like it does for some of yours, like the length of the video. But
oh no, it doesn't show you the length of the video here. I superimposed that. I did a screen capture to remind myself how long the video was.
Yeah.
So, well, Jules, I don't know about multiple years. What does it say when you go to custom? I mean, I've never used the custom. Yeah, so it looks to me like then you can select the absolute dates. And I do not know how far back it will go, but it just gives you seems to give a little calendar. Do you see that? It gives you a calendar here where you can select a from and to date. So I guess if you want to go back more than a year, you can do that. So who else has been posting here? So Alicia, yes. So your video also was about how long? Let's see if it's at 60%, and the average view time was 13 minutes. Yeah, so yeah, okay. So your students were a little more conscientious about watching your videos. Perhaps your videos were more grab people's attention better than, say, my videos do, somebody else's. So Randy, Len says 136 visits, 25 plays, 62% drop off. Oh well, okay, so that was an extremely short video, right? On a 1 minute, 12-second video. So it's just really interesting, I think, that Canvas offers this ability for us to actually look. And you'll notice over on the right-hand side, you'll see a list of your top engaged users, where you can see how many times any individual student has viewed, has played your video. And then I can click on all users, and when I do that, I can see it by users. I can get a list of all my users in this interface, and I can download this if I want to a spreadsheet file. I can print it, but I can see everybody right here in one view if I want to for a class. So another nice tool that Canvas offers is if you want to maybe get your students to view more of the video, is that you can create a video quiz from any of your videos in Canvas. And the way that works is that you are able to go in and at any point in the video, pause the video and create a question for your students to answer. Now, these questions right now, the only question type that they offer is multiple choice, but you can have as many in there as you want. And then you can turn that into a graded assignment so that it can be added to your grade book automatically as well. So what I want to do now is just show you an example of a video quiz. And I'm not going to play the sound for you. I just want you to see how it works. So I'm just going to start playing the video. And this is what the students will see first when they first click to play the video. So it's just telling them that this is a quiz. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little icon here, 1. That's where my first question is. So when I get into that question, the video pauses, and I can answer it. I can skip it for now, whatever I might want to do. I mean, these are just whatever. So I made an answer, and then it starts playing again. I'm just going to pause the video. So you can see the other thing I did is very near the end of the video, I put in another question to make sure that the students will get to that point, and that we'll do the same thing, whatever it is, you know. So so there I have it. So that's they're really easy to create. And they all, you know, not just they're good, not just for, you know, grading the students, but just for checking on their understanding of whatever the video is. So I don't have the time right now to show you how you actually do that. Yes, you can see. Well, that's a good. Alicia wants to know if they fast forward like I did, and then watched at the end, let's say they've watched the entire video. You know, I don't really know, and since I'm logged in as me, I can't really see it. I wonder if that would change if I, you know, went to my student view and watched it. I wonder how that would affect it. But that's a good question, and I will see if I can find out an answer to that. But let me just go back to my media and go to that video quiz, and let's see, which one was it? It was this one. I'm just going to check and see if if anything changed in these analytics. Oh, there we go. Actually, it did. So I guess they could do that because I fast forwarded. That video was about a minute long, I think. And I don't think I really watched 34 seconds, the average of 34 seconds of it. So, yeah, well, it's not a perfect tool, I will say, but it does you know, give you a tool that can add a little more interactivity to your videos and check the students' learning to at least a small degree. So I did want to also finally share just a few best practices. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, Alicia. Yes. So unknown and anonymous are probably, I'm not sure what those are, but when your students view a video and or take the quiz, their names will appear in the list, definitely. So I wanted to just share a page that we have on the CTL website of video best practices. And I will, let me see if I can get that link. And if you're interested, oops, let me just, I can put that into chat and then you can have it. So, as you know, some of you have already, you know, intuited from this, is that shorter videos are better. And if you have a longish kind of video, like perhaps if that professor had chunked his 72-minute, you know, lecture into shorter segments, the students might have watched more of the video. And we also have a few other things just in terms of writing a script. It's always good to have a script when you record a video. Even if you think you can just wing it, it's still better to record a script And in terms of your writing, really focus more on the visuals than on the words. You can be as conversational as you want when you write your own videos. We're not writing an academic paper. We're writing a script that the students will never read. They will only hear it. So you can use short sentences. You don't have to use perfect grammar. A good practice is not to read on-screen text. I'm trying not to do that now. Use visuals more and explain the images that we're seeing. But anyway, so you can go visit this this page that we have, Video Best Practices. I also will say that we're going to be offering a little bit more extended workshop. We have a workshop right now on how to use that My Media function in Canvas. It's built around a program called Kaltura. So we'll show you how you can create videos in Canvas using tools that are built into Canvas. But we're also going to begin to offer what we call a Video Foundations course, where it'll be an extended workshop that maybe over the course of 3 or 4 weeks, where you'll go much more into depth into the script writing, storyboarding, and all this kind of thing. So before I leave here, Alicia asked what software recommend for breaking videos apart. So the best one that I use is called Camtasia Studio. You can actually use it for recording videos as well. It is available to us on campus. We have a campus-wide license for it, so you can download it from the software center on your computer. And it's available for both Windows and Macintosh platforms. So, okay, so how does Kaltura compare to Camtasia? So I'm going to go ahead and end the sharing. And so Kaltura, Kaltura is really great for recording. So you can record screen capture with your webcam. You can record presentations. If you wanted to make like a narrated PowerPoint, you can do all that right from within Canvas and then upload it right into your course. The big advantage that Camtasia has is in the editing. It has a much more full-featured and robust editing tool, and Kaltura, the My Media in Canvas, really does not. So I'll just default to Richard. Maybe you can tell us how Camtasia is to use. How have you found it to record?
Yeah, it's good. It's full featured. The reason I went with it is because I knew if I want whatever I wanted to do, I would be able to do with it. They have a whole host of videos to describe anything that you want to do and use. So they have intro and get you started, and it's not too hard to get started. The only negative that I found is that the rendering time is large. And I don't know if the same is true with the built-in Kaltura. If I record a 15 or 30-minute video, I have to count on that much or some maybe more time spent rendering before it's available in an MP4 format to do that. The other thing, I mean, I have a bunch of questions that we probably don't have time for, but one with the Camtasia is there's an opportunity to do a table of contents kind of video that lets people sort of plug in, like gives you an initial screen. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And then jump in. And I tried that a year or two ago with the Kaltura and couldn't get it to work. And I don't know if you know if that's been improved. I haven't tried it again recently.
I know it's there. I actually haven't done that, but yes. But
so that would be a good follow-up kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, Alicia, just to answer your other question, because we're really getting to the end of the time here, is that, yes, students do have the option to record on Kaltura in Canvas. So if you wanted to make an assignment, say, that involved the students creating a video and submitting a video, you can do it because the students also have access to My Media. And it's for so each Canvas account has its own My Media. So students can record in My Media and Canvas. So I don't want to keep you any long. I really want to be cognizant and aware of your time. So I would just like to point out we do have some upcoming webinars, a couple of more next week. You can see what the topics are. If you're teaching online, we have a nice one on effective assessment practices. We also have one next week on active learning in the STEM classroom. And then next month we have one on how to make your Canvas course more accessible. And then we'll also have a presentation from the library on using ebooks at work. And I think they're going to focus a lot on research as well as using ebooks in your courses with your students. So as I usually do, we're right around lunchtime, so I would like to offer everyone a virtual dessert, completely fat-free, very healthy, and maybe if you want to just type into chat which is your favorite dessert, please feel free to. So if you have follow-up questions, why don't you just, so Richard, I mean, are these the kind of questions that would probably be best answered if we had like a one-on-one session, something
well,
like that?
they could be. I can run through them without asking for answers to see the nature of them. If we have time now, or else whatever.
So why don't we do this? I would say generally we would recommend that if you want to do any kind of follow-up with video to go ahead and call the help desk if it's something that you want in terms of a consultation and start the process.
Well, these are directly related to things that I was like hoping to get at with the analytics.
Okay, so why don't we do this? I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now and thank everybody, and then I'll be happy to stay here for afterwards to answer any other questions that people have. How's that? So,
works for me.
So thank you all for attending, and we hope to see you at a future CTL webinar or workshop.